So I just wanted to quickly share a little update on one of the uh, longest serving clients I've had so far. And it's probably, I don't even know how long it's been. I'm terrible with dates, but it's been a while. And she's come a long way. She's come from being employed to now being self-employed, to having a team of someone working for her, and she's, now moving into becoming a business woman, business lady. But she's coming to a crossroads where her past, her subconscious patterns are holding her back from success. Now, without giving too much of her away, which she won't mind anyway, but she kind of photographs people and video. She's a videographer in essence, and she gets clients a nice B-roll for their business, and kind of videotapes them to make them look all pretty and beautiful, and so that they can market themselves to the public and whatnot. And she's really good at it. She's got a skill set. She's done more than 10,000 hours. So she's, if you don't know that saying, it's that they reckon to be a master at anything, you have to put 10,000 hours of work into a certain area. She's definitely done that. And she's got more than enough opportunity to sustain herself. She's made, just in this year alone, thousands and thousands of US dollars. But she's still broke. She's still owing owing money to people, and can't get ahead. So it's, how does that work, right? She's got the skill set. She's got all the universe is giving her opportunities. She's traveling here. She's traveling the world. She's doing all this cool stuff with her vocation, but still can't make bank. She can't provide the abundance that she's after. We all deserve that abundance. She's read about it. We talk about it, but she's just not living it. And we had a very breakthrough. One of the most breakthrough sessions we've had to date was just now. We just finished, and it just came up through me. It wasn't me. I didn't really intellectualize it. It came up as a channeling or whatever you want to call it. But I just said to her that, her past, her mother, and her upbringing came from poverty, pretty much. It was a very poverty mindset that was, projected onto her. And even though she's got a skill set, even though the universe is giving her all this opportunity, the universe is actually giving her this opportunity to learn about not making money, but to learn about her shortcomings, her subconscious patterns. So she's addicted to being a workaholic, right? She's addicted to the chase of money. That's why she makes all this money, but she spends it, doesn't know where she spends it on. Thousands of dollars we're talking about, just disappears. But she's addicted to the rat race, to the rat running on the wheel that just never stops, just constantly chasing. And it's a victim archetype, right? It's something that you don't really see you doing until the mirrors shine right in your face, showing you that you're in that hamster wheel. And we had to pull her up on it today, and she knew because she said, what were the words? She said she's disgraced at herself. And disgraced is a beautiful word. Yes, it's very heavy. It's connotated. It's extremely dense. Disgraced at yourself. It's not ideal, not at all. But in her words, she said it, and it sums up her actions beautifully. Because until you're disgraced at your actions, you don't stop doing them, right? You don't stop repeating the same habits until you're disgraced at what you see in the mirror. So that was a breakthrough, because now she's going to make a contract with herself. I said to her, I want to see you make a contract to yourself, because it's not enough to make a contract to me, because I'm nobody. I'm just I'm in the background. She needs to make a contract to herself that moving forward, every decision, every business opportunity she makes has to reflect the abundance that she wants to create. Right? What I mean by that, the example is that instead of just taking all these jobs that are coming her way, she's just saying, yes, oh, let's fly here, let's fly there. It all sounds great, but she's not putting her self-worth first. She's not valuing herself enough to charge what she's worth, and then therefore she's doing all this work and the bank account isn't reflecting all the work she's putting in. So it's not just about putting your prices up, but it's making a contract to yourself as to why your time is worth more than what it currently is, right? And the contract is about making the decisions based on what your self-worth is. So, for her example, it's like, okay, from now on, instead of taking a job for $5,000, you're going to take the job for minimum $10,000, and you're going to explain why it's gone up. You need an extra person. You need to counter for the time that you're missing out on yourself because you're being there. That's very valuable. And that reinforces that she's no longer a victim. She's no longer in the hamster wheel chasing money. She's now creating a new set of boundaries for herself so that she can now play life on her terms, as Tony Robbins would say. She's no longer chasing money, taking jobs left, right, and certainly just prostituting herself out. No, she's now saying, no, I'm not going to say yes to everything. I'm going to say no to everything until something aligns with what my self-worth is. And that self-worth is not just money. It's with time, and it's with how you share and invest your time with others. Whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, whether it's whatever, your money is just one part, which is very important, don't get me wrong, but who you give your time to says a lot about a person. Now, this brings up another point, because most people give their time away because they're insecure and they don't want to be by themselves. So that self-worth is just as bad as a self-worth as not charging enough money for your time if you're a business owner. You know, giving yourself away, hanging out with people that don't serve you, that don't lift you because you don't want to be by yourself, is the same prostitution of prostituting yourself for money. It's exactly the same thing. You got to value yourself, but you can only value yourself when you love yourself. And you only love yourself when you be with yourself, right? You got to actually enjoy your own company before you can put a value on it. Because if you don't enjoy your own company, why would you value yourself? Of course you're going to charge not enough money. Of course you're just not going to, you're going to hang out with whoever because you don't really like hanging out with yourself. So you'll take anything, right? You're not setting yourself up for success in life, period. Financially, happiness, whatever category you want to put yourself in. So the moral of this video is just that. It's like, make a contract with yourself and really get clear on what you're worth. What's your time worth? What's your if you're a business owner, what are you worth, right? And if you think it's too much and you're going to lose business, you want to lose business, right? You want to be charged what you're worth, because then you're able to give more of yourself when you actually value yourself at what you're worth. You'll be surprised at how interlinked your self-love is to what you actually value yourself with, time or money. It's it's the same thing. It's almost identical. Let me close out. I've been quiet lately because working on I'm studying is what I am doing. There's no way around. I'm just researching. I'm studying health. Doing a course on neurotyping, which goes into the chemicals and hormones that we're naturally predisposed to. I will be sharing it all for sure. I'm not going to just stop making videos, but I have been researching of late and just enjoying where my coaching used to be just in mental, emotional rehabilitation, probably a good way of putting it. Now, it's for some reason the universe is moving it towards health and business life coaching, which I'm just rolling with the punches. So yeah, life's good. Everything's moving in the right direction. I'm keen to get back to making videos on a regular. I just want to be very certain when you put out messages about health. There's so much information out there. I mean, I know because when I had my last asthma attack, there's just so much shit out there, and it's hard to discern what's good, what's healthy, what's not. So when I want to put out a message, just like my message that I've put so far with Student of Life, I put a lot of thought into it before I just start making videos. I don't want to just say something because it's trendy and then go back on myself and change it a few years later. So that's why I've been taking my time. But it's good because the people that I have worked with, just privately, there seems to be some universal principles that apply to everybody. There is still tweaking of, how many carbohydrates each person should have and whatnot, but I should have some pretty good frameworks that you should be able to apply into your own life and find marked improvements in your sleep, in your energy, in your mood, and then superficially with your weight. There is a good and easy way to manage your health. I'm just want to just get it right before I start making things public. So I've got a bit of time. Let's see if anyone's... Charlie, how are you, brother? Thanks for messaging the last video, mate. Good to be back and conversing. I totally understand this, like we aren't deserving of good things. Man, it seems to be quite prevalent. Yeah, I mean, there's so many variables into not deserving or not thinking that we're good enough or not charging our worth or whatever the situation is. This particular client today, it's the upbringing. It's like, well, my mum was struggling. I never had my childhood was a struggle. We always had to, make ends meet, and we're always behind with the bills. And what do you know? Our sisters live in the same life. It's a subconscious thing. It can be broken. And today, she really resonated with the fact that she's going to make a contract to herself that she's not going to prostitute herself out to just doing jobs for the sake of it. She's going to give some thought and increase her charge. So I thought that would resonate with you guys. Caroline, how's it going? Exactly what Russell Brand talks about in Recovery. I haven't actually read Recovery, but that dude is on another level. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Arthur, how are you, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you on here. Righto, I will wrap it up. See you very soon.